And I dragged Jesse in here, and I have like a little game for us to play. And of course, Jesse doesn't know anything about it, so he's like, you know, thrilled. But I thought I would sweeten the deal with snacks. So, do you want to see what I got?
Hey guys, okay, so we're about to go to the library and go out to eat. And then when we come home, Jesse and I are going to chat about what our favorite things about Mexico are so far. I've also stashed away some snacks that Jesse has not tried. It is very cool today and cloudy, and I think it's gonna rain, and it is feeling kind of like fall here. So I was wondering about you guys. Has fall arrived where you are, or is summer still doing its thing? I know growing up in Florida and also in North Carolina as well, September always seemed like it should be fall, and it felt like fall should be happening, and it never was. Like, it was always super hot. So how about you guys? Any cooler temperatures yet? All right, let's get these books back to the library. Alright, so we just got a bunch of books at the library. I'm so excited. Harper is so excited, including a giant illustrated encyclopedia of dinosaurs. Oh yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go to the park now, and then we're gonna eat. We were gonna go to the park, but we changed our minds and went straight to food. And it's a good thing because now it is pouring rain. We do not have an umbrella with us.
It's a steak and chorizo combination torta.
Right.
It didn't have a cucumber. Let's be clear. That's why I didn't get one.
Okay, and I've got a bistec and arrachera. Tacos. 2 tacos.
Hey guys, we're home, and I dragged Jesse in here, and I have like a little game for us to play. And of course, Jesse doesn't know anything about it, so he's like, you know, thrilled. But I thought I would sweeten the deal with snacks. So, do you want to see what I got?
Oh, the Jack Daniels thing.
Yeah.
Lemonade. Oh, yeah.
All right, so what is that?
Well, it says Jack Daniels Tennessee honey liqueur perfectly mixed with lemonade.
Does it say that in English, or are you translating?
That's in English.
Okay.
That's weird. Definitely tastes like it has liquor in it.
That is weird. Do you have this back in the States? I don't remember seeing this back in the States.
I remember seeing it there now.
All right, so the rest of these,
Don't know what to think about that.
I actually have no idea what I got, because there was a long line at the checkout, and so when it got to be my turn, like, I got close enough to the snack, so I literally just like grabbed them without looking at them. So this is gonna be as much of a surprise for you as it is for me. Okay, so here are the rules of the game.
Okay.
We're going to go through our top 3 things that we love about living in Mexico, but we can't see each other's answers. So
This feels like Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. Like, say what you're thankful for. What are you thankful for, Jesse? What's your favorite part?
Not this. This is like the newlywed game.
Yeah. I'm trying to introduce a spark to our relationship. Like, like we're new.
We have a bare electrical wire right outside.
Okay, so
Need more of this.
in between our answers, we will try snacks.
Okay.
Okay?
I really
Now-
thought the snacks were going to be related to the game.
Yes,
I didn't know
sorry.
they were just a
It's a reward for doing this,
Bribe.
right? It's a bribe.
yeah.
It's a bribe.
Right.
All right, but don't look.
Okay.
Close your eyes.
Yep.
Don't listen to how many letters I'm writing.
I don't actually like that, but I keep drinking it because it's there.
Number 3.
First.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the
Right.
because the first one is like the whoa,
Right.
So we're going up.
Whoa. Yeah.
So your number 3
Right.
reason that you love living in Mexico
Yeah.
is what's yours? Freedom, atmosphere.
Oh, we're supposed to remember them.
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Okay, so you want to talk about yours? You talk about yours first.
Yeah. It just feels like relative to the U.S. Like you get a sense that, in the U.S. I have been living in a place where there's like, when you bowl, you have the little bumper thingies, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like a good example is we had our local gas guy delivered gas bottles to our house, and he was exerting himself quite a lot. He's carrying 2 of these things, and I gave him some water. And I thought to myself, like, I would never do this in the States because I'm sure there'd be some company policy where they weren't allowed to do that, or they might get in trouble or something. And here it's like, you don't even like worry about that kind of thing. And because it's stupid, it makes no sense. Like that kind of stuff is ridiculous. In America, it's just like, you can get in trouble for like anything if like someone complains, or I don't know, it just feels totally different here. It's like I know there are a lot of laws for stuff still, but it just seems like there's more humanity in the application of them here.
Mm-hmm. It's like our ongoing situation with the pharmacies.
Right.
I'll just post links to the videos. You can go watch them. But the comments have always been like, yes, there are rules, but people are bending the rules because doing that is the kind thing to do.
Because like we need a drug.
Yeah.
America would just be like, nope, sorry.
Yeah. Okay, and mine is atmosphere.
Okay, what's that?
So I just love how Mexico sounds. Like I love that there's always
Pow, firework, pow, firework, pow. Wait, not that.
I like the fireworks too.
Marching band down your street.
Yes.
When your kid's asleep.
Yesterday, but she didn't wake up, so it's fine.
She didn't.
Yesterday, I'm just sitting here. It's like it's 6:30, 7 o'clock, and a marching band just goes down the street.
And to be clear, street is not a street.
It's an alley.
It's a pedestrian alley, and it's literally right next to our window.
Like I love that they're like when you're walking down the street, you can always hear music. There's always somebody's car radios blaring. There's always a dog barking or a cat meowing, and the roosters and the birds in the morning, and it just like it feels so alive, and there's a street food stall, and you smell the cooking and the way things look, all the colors. I just love the whole ambiance of Mexico. Like it feels very cool to be here. Shall we eat a snack?
Sure.
All right, which
one?
You get to pick which one.
I'm going to start with this because it looks like it'll be the worst. Because of its coloration, it looks like a coconut shreds bar, which does not sound particularly good.
Yes.
So.
Sorry about that.
Red, white, or green first? Do you suspect they will have different flavors?
No.
Okay, it's sweetened, so it's not that bad, but yeah, it's just
that's not bad.
shredded coconut, sweetened shredded coconut.
It's like the dessert you eat and you're like, this is halfway to being a health food because it's coconut.
Except the food coloring's killing you, probably.
Probably.
Well, moving on. Then how about this thing?
Okay, what is it?
It's tamarind fruit bits with chili powder on it.
Chili powder. Ooh, this is kind of like the thing that I tried with
it kind of looks like
Jim
grasshoppers from the bar, but it's not. There you go.
We should find each other.
Oh, yours is big. The tamarind bits need to be sweeter, I think, to overcome the spiciness of the
Mine was a delayed reaction.
Oh.
I don't like it when it's just the tamarind. Once the chili hits, I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, after that part,
I mean, it doesn't even taste like...
In a few weeks, we'll be releasing a collab with Jim and Mai with more snacks.
Mexican snacks with Spanish and Go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so number two is...
I don't even have any idea what that means.
People.
Oh.
It's called people.
I was reading the numbers. I forgot to remember. Two people.
People.
Like
There's
what
two
about our
people
child? They have a third.
in Mexico
I don't understand.
that I like. Okay, so talk about yours.
Oh, I mean, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. It costs very little to live here. Mm-hmm. Our rent is cheap. The food is cheap. Not to say low quality, but inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy to make ends meet here. Mm-hmm. Last place we lived, Charlotte, was incredibly hard to make ends meet, to the tune of me working 2 jobs, night and day. It's wonderful.
Yeah. It's a lot of stress, like, lifted. So there's all the stress of, like, being in a country where you're unfamiliar with the language and how things work and all that stuff. There is that. Mm-hmm. However, being able to more than make ends meet without having to always be like, oh gosh, like, what if this, what if that? Oh, are we gonna, how can we eke a little bit more out of the budget every month? Mm-hmm. For me, that's a huge weight lifted. And obviously for you, not having to work 2 jobs.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so I said...
2 people.
The people, not 2 people. The people. I have just been amazed by, like, how much people have helped us.
Oh, yeah.
And just gone out of their way to help us with the language, with finding where we're going, with... Oh, tell them the story about you falling. Or do you want me to tell it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the other day, Jesse is walking home. This is while I was in school, so I didn't witness this. He's walking home, and part of his shorts get caught in the stroller. So he's pushing Harper in the stroller. And
as I'm going down off a curb onto a street. Yes,
so he's crossing a street. Shorts get caught in stroller. Jesse falls. Stroller almost falls. And he's right in the middle of a street in front of a tunnel.
Where cars are actively coming out of it.
Yes. Yeah. And before you even fully hit the ground, right?
Yeah.
There were 2 people.
Yeah, 2 guys.
Rushed out in the middle of the street.
One of them had stopped traffic immediately. The other guy was helping me up. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to thank him, and they're already gone. Like, oh, don't worry about it, And
yeah.
It's like, what just even happened?
Anyway, yeah. So I just feel like the people have made this incredibly difficult transition a whole lot easier. And I'm like eternally grateful for that.
I mean, yeah.
And I can't wait to actually be able to speak Spanish so I can talk to them.
Yeah, I mean, remember
that would be great.
Like day 1, day 2, when we were in Querétaro,
mm-hmm.
we couldn't even order stuff at a restaurant.
No.
We couldn't do anything.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And people were still nice and helped us, and
yes.
we got through it.
I remember being in the market in San Miguel, and trying to order food, and I managed to order the food, but then the lady was asking me something about what kind of drink I wanted, and I didn't know what the question meant, and I couldn't anticipate it, and I didn't know the words, and I was just like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And then this other lady across the table, or this like across the little restaurant, was like, she's asking you what you want to drink. I'm like, thank you.
Had to happen the first time I ordered food for us. Guy was asking if I wanted it to go. And I was like... and the dude there, standing right there, was like, he's asking if you want it to go. To go. Para llevar. He's also trying to teach me,
Yes,
it's like,
yes.
Thank you, sir. I had no idea.
Not the other day, but last month I was trying to buy laundry detergent and I couldn't remember how to say it, and so I'm trying to like mime it out, and I'm like, la ropa. And this guy behind me figures out what I want, and then in Spanish tells the guy what I want. And I'm like, thank you. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what we would do
if people didn't help us. We would achieve very little.
Yeah, I mean, we'd probably have left by now. Like, it would be so disheartening, and it would be so overwhelming. Like, I feel like with people being so nice and so generous and willing to help us, I feel like it gives me hope. Like, okay, I can do this, I can get through this, and eventually I will know enough Spanish to do this for myself, and so... Snack time. All right, what do you want to try?
Let's do these.
Okay.
Because last time was let's eat all the stuff that looks bad. So now I'll start off with the thing that I think was going to be good, hopefully.
I think we do need milk.
Yeah.
I can't drink that with this stuff.
Okay.
It's also really sweet.
It is very sweet.
In not exactly a pleasant way.
Alright, so pineapple or piña, choco roles.
Okay, one for you and one for me. This actually looks good.
Yeah, I mean,
it looks even better than it did on the package.
I'm hoping.
How sleek. It's irresistible.
I wouldn't say I can...
Because it says irresistible in it.
I wouldn't say I can really truly taste the pineapple.
No.
It just tastes sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's got this cream filling, and it's very soft cake rolled up.
There's also like a sweet fruit-ish type thing also in there, which is supposed to be the pineapple. It just tastes sweet. It's it's a roll. Got a roll. A bit milder.
You know what I thought it was when I was grabbing it off the shelf?
Same thing as the Independence Day flag bar.
I thought it was a toasted marshmallow.
Oh, I wish.
I know. Wouldn't that be great?
Have you seen a marshmallow in Mexico?
No, but I learned the word for it in my Spanish class. I don't remember it, but I did learn it, so I know it must be here.
Yeah, I can hardly taste that after the other one. I have the sense it definitely is less unhealthy for you. I think the toasting on top, I think gives it more flavor. That adds a really nice flavor to it. Than the flag one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. I mean...
Drum roll, please.
Everyone knows what this says already. You, me, the entire YouTube community. It's really no surprise.
Food. Oh my gosh. Can we talk about how stinking good the food is here? Seriously.
I recall having more than one conversation over the years about how I really felt that I could eat Mexican food every meal, every day of my life.
Amen.
And I'd be fine with that. And I don't feel that way about all cuisines.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we loved Mexican food before we had ever truly experienced the depth of joy and bliss of eating real Mexican food in Mexico.
True.
I think people thought we were joking when we said, they would be like, why Mexico? Why are you going to Mexico? And food was definitely on our list.
Yeah, we'd always say tacos.
It's like, let's go for the food. And they were like, oh, ha, 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 that's so cute.
It's like, no, really. Because we looked at other places in the world, and there were always two big things: language and food. That Mexico was always the clear winner.
Yes. I don't think we've had a bad meal yet. I think the worst meals are still, like, fine. It's just like, oh, you know, this is not, like, angels aren't singing right now. But it's fine.
They're only humming.
They're just humming. That's right. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking of the enchiladas we had the other day. Enchiladas mineras.
Yep. We had that in two places. We had it in a little funny outdoor place
in
near
La
the
Presa?
near the duck boat place.
Link.
And then we had it in a real restaurant the other day, and it was the same. The chicken was a little drier in the real restaurant.
The chicken was better in La
enchiladas
Presa.
part was amazing.
Oh my gosh. And these giant chunks of cheese. Oh. What are your favorite foods here in Mexico?
I mean,
Don't say it.
torta cubana.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, that doesn't need to be said. Do you remember the pure ecstasy of discovering that you could ask them to add cheese to a taco?
I remember that was like the best day of your life.
It was so amazing.
Like,
It's just like, wait, I can say con queso? And they'll just put it on there?
I think it's called a gringa.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think that's what it is.
This gringo likes the gringa. I mean, you also, but that
Thank you.
too. Yeah.
That's the best thing that I've had. Oh, carnitas. Carnitas. I did not like carnitas very much in the States. It was okay. Like, it was fine. Like, there were moments.
Like a Chipotle?
Like no, I never ordered at Chipotle. I didn't like it at Chipotle. It wasn't bad. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just like, why am I eating this? It's kind of bland. Like, I don't know. The carnitas here blow my mind. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Oh.
This is so good. This is...
Marzipan.
Oh, mazapan. It's not marzipan.
It's not marzipan.
It's mazapan.
I thought that was just the Spanish word for marzipan. It looks like a hockey puck.
It does.
Tastes much better.
Best hockey puck you've ever tasted.
It's crumbly.
It is very crumbly. But you know what? Like, the chocolate ones hold together better than the other kind because the chocolate is hugging it.
It's like an incredibly rich Reese's peanut butter cup. Right? It's like you take that peanut buttery, like, hi, I'm just a generic candy thing out of there and really make it richer and denser, and this is what you get. Milk.
Yeah.
Help, milk.
You stop being able to talk. Or open your mouth because it's all sticking together.
If they force feed you in hell if there's no milk.
Remember that commercial from the 90s?
Oh, yeah.
Got milk?
Where am I?
Where am I? Do you want to tell them to subscribe?
Subscribe to Aaron's Travels to watch me eat more cubanas. Thanks.
Okay, so that's a wrap. We should do this again. If you have ideas for more games that I can force Jesse to play, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell thing for notifications for when we post another video. So, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.